Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. 10 minutes is not a lot of time to explore Taiwan, so I'll be as quick as possible. I'm joined by Anna Guam and Sylvia Lee, who are also the representatives for the Taiwan Tourism Bureau based in London. So if you have any questions in between, please do put them into the chat and they can help with the responses. I am going to hope that my technology works. Oh, right. Zoom slideshow. Okay, here we go. Right, so welcome to Taiwan. I'm going to start with a video. It's a little bit long, but the whole purpose of this video is to show what life is like in Taiwan right now. They've been a very good example of how to deal with the pandemic, and they've worked really hard to minimize the impact of the virus within its borders. Its borders remain closed at the moment, but life is looking pretty good at the moment. So I'm really excited for when the borders open again and they can start accepting visitors. So without further ado, I am just going to play this video. Right, great. I hope you enjoyed that video. It will probably say more than I can say in words. Right, so I've got a few slides to run through with you, just some technical slides and some key points. So the island of Taiwan is situated to the north of the Philippines and to the south of South Korea and Japan. It is 245 miles long by 90 miles wide. The population of the island is 23.8 million. So it's big enough to host everyone, but it's even bigger enough to accommodate all the extraordinary landscapes. The entire center of the island is made up of 5 mountain ranges. The destination is niche and underrated. It's a great foodie destination, especially for those who are veggies, you love meat, you love vegan. There's something there for everybody. It's rich and deep in culture and heritage, absolutely stunning, and it's really easy for UK travelers to get to. Next slide. Right. Oh, sorry. So in terms of time zone, it's 8 hours ahead of us. When we're in GMT, flight time is about 12 to 17 hours, depending on routes and the airline that you take. Spring and autumn are the most popular times to go, but it is an all year round destination because it's tropical to the south and it's subtropical to the north. So it's a good all year round destination to visit. English is widely spoken and there is no visa required for up to 90 days for British passport holders. Getting there. So you've got the national airlines. Either Air and China Airlines are the best bet in terms of getting there. China Airlines offers a direct service to Taipei. Either Air flies in via Bangkok, but those are the two national carriers. Otherwise, other airlines like Turkish, Cathay, Emirates, and Singapore also go to Taiwan. So for those passengers who are stopovers, there are times where people may stop over en route to Australia, New Zealand, or they're doing a multi-centered tour as part of Asia. There's free half-day city tours, maps, brochures, and giveaways are widely available for those who need them. There's also easy cards, which are like the Oyster cards that are used on public transportation in London. You can easily top it up with some cash, and you can use both trams, buses, and the metro. And there's also Wi-Fi available throughout the city to share your adventures on social media. Once you're out of the airport, getting around the island is very easy. There's a high-speed rail that connects the north of the island to the south of the island in like 90 minutes, which is really quick, which means you can see and do a lot in a really short space of time. 2021 is the year of cycling. So we encourage those who are able to explore the destination on two wheels. There's a lot of sites and experiences to be had by that mode of transport. Otherwise, the metro and bus networks are really strong and the road networks are really great. It's great for driving, so you can self-hire, and all the road signs are English marked as well. Right, so just a couple of slides on the island's diversity. Like I mentioned before, the entire center of the island is made up of 5 mountain ranges, with 268 of these being well over 3,000 meters in height. So again, it lends for great activities such as hiking and walking and just being outside in nature. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, down to the south of the island, you've got white sandy beaches with turquoise waters, great for scuba diving, snorkeling, and any other marine activities. And some of the destination's bays are part of, what is it called again? It's like a Beautiful Bays network where they pledge for responsible, how do I say it? Responsible conservation of the destination's coastlines. Yeah, that's it. Food in Taiwan is to die for and to live for, actually. Anything from high-end Michelin-starred restaurants all the way down to street food. At the night markets, you can get things like tofu, baos, there's noodles, there's tons of things to experience. And there's also international cuisine as well, because the destination caters for a global market due to business. The people are warm and friendly and very hospitable and very diverse as well. The destination is made up of over 16 Aboriginal tribes, and it's an opportunity for you to go to the east coast of the island to see how their culture and heritage is well preserved. Festivals, there's tons of festivals throughout the course of the year, but there's one main one called the Lantern Festival that happens in the 26th of February to the 7th of March in 2021. And if you're there during that time, it's a great opportunity to see how they create these beautiful lanterns. There's music, there's art festivals, there's food festivals and stuff. So it's a great opportunity to have that fusion experience of the destination. There's a lot of quirky things. You can have your pets printed on your coffee. You can go to restaurants and eat food out of purpose-built toilet bowls if you wanted. There's dogs and push chairs with fans. There's a lot of quirky moments that help you have that much more memorable experience. This is the capital of Taipei. It's a fusion of old and new. In the capital, there's tons of markets. There's temples. This is the Longshan Temple, which dates back to the 1700s. And it's a great way to understand the fingerprint of the capital city of Taipei. There's the National Palace Museum, voted as one of the top 5 museums in the world. So a definite must-see when you're there. Again, I mentioned before, night markets. Night markets offer an opportunity to do people watching, to taste some of the food, and just to basically get an insight to Taiwanese culture, really. It's a great place to go and hang out and just kind of feel as though you're a local. Head down to the center of Taiwan. We've got the Sun Moon Lake. It is the highest freshwater lake on the island, just over 700 meters in height. It's a great place for hiking, for walking, and for also cycling as well. There's a 29-kilometer cycle route around the actual lake, and it's voted as one of the top 10 cycle routes in the world back in 2012. Over to the East Coast, we have the Taroko Gorge. It's a conservation area of over 120,000 hectares in size, and it provides a sanctuary for over half of the destination's wildlife and nature. This is the actual Taroko Gorge. It's an 18-kilometer marble face gorge with rivers that run through it, and it's great for hiking and cycling and walking as well. Over to the southwest coast, we've got Tainan. Tainan is the former capital of Taiwan, and it's a traditional temple city. It's got great markets, night markets, and it's just a great place to go and see what the former capital is like. There's a lot of history embedded here. And that's pretty much it. Some key takeaway points. It's niche and underrated. It's a major foodie destination and very cheap. You can have a high-end meal for about £15. A beer will cost £1.50 in a night market. So really, really cheap to eat out. A lot of culture, a lot of heritage, very beautiful and very easy for UK travelers. So do follow us on our social media channels. On Facebook, we're Tour Taiwan. On Instagram, we're Tour Taiwan TTB. And all of this information was shared with you all afterwards, including the presentation. So I've just got some questions now to go through. That's my alarm. Right, so what are the visa requirements for British citizens to Taiwan? I'll just leave you a couple of seconds to answer that. We'll do all the answers afterwards. The second question, name both of Taiwan's national airline carriers. We've got China Airlines and EVA Air. There's Taipei Direct and Kenting Air. There's Formosa Airways and Taiwan Pacific Airlines. A couple of seconds. Great. You may have to scroll, just be wary of that. Question number 3, how long does the high-speed rail take from Taipei to Kaohsiung? And Kaohsiung is to the south of the island. Is it 90 minutes, 120 minutes, or 180 minutes? Seconds. Question 4, what is the name of the biggest lake in Taiwan with the award-winning bikeway? Is it the Sun Moon Lake, the Mooncake Lake, or Starlight Lake? A couple of seconds to answer that one. And as we scroll down to question 5, what is the name of the old capital of Taiwan? Is it Tainan, is it Kenting, or is it Taroko? A couple of seconds to answer those. Right, cool. So, okay, question 1, 100%, very good, thank you for listening. Question 2, the answer is China Airlines and EVA Air, for those that were listening. Question 3, how long does the high-speed rail take? 90 minutes, very close, great. And question number 4, the lake is called Sun Moon Lake, and the majority of you got that correct. Excellent, well done. And finally, what is the name of the old capital? And the correct answer is Tainan, with 87%. Well done, folks. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for listening. Take care.